Famously known for his role in the Avengers, Pietro Maximoff, or Quicksilver, has created quite a legacy for himself in the Marvel Universe. He's the twin brother of the infamous Scarlet Witch, and he's had quite a tumultuous life after being orphaned at a young age. Initially, he joined the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants to support Magneto's mutant supremacy agenda, but he eventually decided that he could use his powers for good if he worked with the Avengers instead. Today, we'll explore all his capabilities and hidden powers and tell you everything about the mighty Quicksilver. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Molecular vibration and intangibility. While Quicksilver's primary mutant powers are associated with super speed, he's gained several abilities as a byproduct of his speedy nature. Among other things, he's figured out a way to vibrate his body's molecular structure at extremely high speeds to destabilize atomic matter around him. While different writers use this ability in their own creative ways, Quicksilver has mostly used molecular vibration to generate enough power to break atomic matter by just touching it. It's unknown whether he can have the same effect on the matter by using this ability from a distance, but this power also has other uses. For instance, molecular vibration allows him to fly for short distances or even walk through solid objects by phasing through them. Enhanced reflexes. Since Quicksilver is known for his speed, it only makes sense that he's also blessed with enhanced reflexes that surpass the most skilled human athletes with ease. He has a quick reaction time, and his brain processes information at a much speedier pace than human beings. His brain also works in sync with his body and matches his bodily speed by processing his surroundings in no time and giving him the correct instructions to move ahead. This allows him to travel at high velocities, among other things, and he can be seen moving in a picosecond even when he's supposedly injured. In one of his first appearances, Quicksilver dodged a close-range blast by Cyclops in the blink of an eye, which was the first of many such impressive feats. Time travel. While this is one of his lesser-used powers, Quicksilver used to have the ability to vibrate his atoms at such great speed that he could essentially travel forward in time. While he no longer has this ability, he made great use of it to propel himself into the future by displacing his atoms out of the mainstream time-space continuum. He could leap forward across time periods ranging from an hour up to 12 days, and then remain in this future for hours before he was summoned back to the present. He did exert some control over when he returned to the present, and it always seemed like he had disappeared for half a nanosecond before he made his way back to the main timeline. In this way, his opponents or friends didn't notice his absence, and he also had the power to bring back objects with him while returning from the future. Accelerated healing. Quicksilver also boasts of accelerated healing, which directly results from his enhanced metabolism. His metabolism is said to be about 15 times that of a human being, which helps him heal from any attack in barely any time. This accelerated healing also contributes to his health and longevity, and he's known for bouncing back from the most lethal attacks in the blink of an eye.
Brotherhood doesn't run.
Superhuman durability. While Quicksilver has an enhanced metabolism, he barely ever needs it to recover from injuries. In fact, his metabolism only protects him in fatal scenarios, as Quicksilver's superhuman durability protects him from injuries in most of his appearances. His bones are super durable, and he can resist powerful attacks that could otherwise crush a regular being's skull without having any repercussion. He's showcased his durability on several occasions, wherein he emerges unscathed even after battling powerful opponents along the likes of Cyclops and Juggernaut. Quicksilver's durability can be explained by the dilatancy phenomenon, wherein his body hardens under pressure and becomes resistant to friction and high-speed clashes. Enhanced perception. As an extension of his super speed, Quicksilver can perceive and process information from his surroundings at an enhanced pace. This allows him to gain insights into his environment at a much faster rate than an average human brain, and he's often used this ability to gain knowledge. Besides using his perception to process and pick up on new skills, he can also use it to sense patterns in his environment and navigate his surroundings while traveling. Speed Force. In some iterations, Quicksilver relies on the mysterious Speed Force to gain additional abilities and boost his speed. To begin with, Quicksilver can already run about 175 miles per hour, and we can only imagine the power boost he received after channeling the Speed Force. Quicksilver used this extra acceleration to perform tasks such as plucking an arrow out of the air, dodging powerful machine gun attacks, and even running up the sides of buildings and walls while covering great distances. He once ran across the entire Atlantic Ocean, and Quicksilver's speed has no upper limit. He could easily reach supersonic speeds of 3,080 to 3,691 miles per hour, and he was capable of outrunning Thor's lightning quite effortlessly. In fact, he could cover half of the planet's distance in just 92 seconds, and also safely transport others at the speed of sound. Flight. While most mutants seem to possess the ability to fly around, this has remained to be one of Quicksilver's hidden powers. He has barely displayed this power over the course of his story arc, but at the same time, he has left the viewers in awe whenever he finally got around to flying. In some versions, Quicksilver can even run so fast that he defies gravity and starts flying in the air. In Avengers number 43, the Avengers fight against the Red Guardian and train for their mission when Quicksilver leaves them in awe by vibrating his legs at top speed and flying around the place. This comic issue further confirmed that Quicksilver's flying speed surpasses his super speed while running, which says a lot, considering that speed was his primary mutant ability. However, this ability was not as reliable as running, as he could only fly around for short periods of time. He was compelled to land as soon as his body stopped vibrating, but this ability did come in handy whenever he needed to make a quick escape or save a few seconds while running. Vortex creation. Since Quicksilver can run around at high speed, he can create a whole lot of energy by just moving around. For instance, he can run in circles to conjure powerful vortexes or cyclone-like winds capable of disarming his opponents or knocking them off their feet. These vortexes are so powerful that Quicksilver can use them to control the entire environment or cause utter destruction in his vicinity. Telepathic resistance. Since Quicksilver can process things at a speedy rate, it's quite difficult for telepaths to interpret his thoughts. While he's not resistant to telepathic attacks, his super-fast brain activity makes it nearly impossible for any intruders to make sense of what's going on in his mind or make an attempt to control him. Energy constructs. In some universes, there are versions of Quicksilver that can create energy constructs by channeling and manipulating kinetic energy. He then uses this energy to conjure energy barriers or construct weapons that operate on pure speed energy. Enhanced intelligence. Since Quicksilver can perceive information and process his thoughts at an accelerated rate, he's capable of solving complex issues at a much faster pace than human. For instance, Quicksilver employs his enhanced perception when he wants to read hundreds of texts or learn a musical instrument in a matter of minutes. While this can be categorized as skill learning, Quicksilver has also used his enhanced intelligence in face-offs to process the situation and develop an effective strategy to counter his opponent's attacks. Marvelous verdict. To wrap things up, Quicksilver might be famous for his super speed, but it is quite interesting to see how he's applied this ability to different areas of his life. Ranging from his molecular vibration powers to accelerated healing, his hidden abilities are quite fascinating. Do let us know your favorites from the list in the comments below. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.